Hello, welcome back to Otter Pop Culture. Today we're going over the first debut album by Bendigo-based rapper Baker Boy and his album called Gela. So, if you don't know who he is a huge sensation right now, and he is one of the he is one of the Aboriginal rappers have from Australia that made it pretty international. Like it's a pretty big deal, and I'm very just like still shook over it and like excited and nervous to kind of review this because it's amazing. But yeah, so I came across him. What song did I came across? I want to say it was Cool as Hell. I came no. Uh, what was the song? I can't remember what it was, but Cool as Hell was like the official one that like put me in officially. But I had another one that came out before then. It was like a complete like homemade kind of music video and everything, and I loved it. And I was like, I like this guy. I wonder who this guy is. And then Cool as Hell came out, and I love the music video. I love the song. I love kind of like chill, kind of R&B feel to it. And I was like, okay, I am so into this. So completely sold, and just kept watching and watching him kind of release single after single after single. And the thing I like about him is that he not only sings in English, but he sings in the language of the and I can't pronounce today, and the Yolgu, which is pretty much the Yolnu Matha, and it's pretty much his language that he can speak. And unlike a lot of Aboriginal people, especially in my generation, that don't speak that language, and don't speak a lot of languages that is from the native language that they usually speak. So it kind of sucks in that situation, but in his situation, it makes it even more. I was like, oh my god, you actually know the language, you understand, and you speak it, and you rap it, and it really goes really nicely with everything. So I'm really excited to kind of get into this. So let me kind of talk about some of the songs I like. The whole idea of this album seems to be touching on kind of getting you to move and being yourself no matter what other people say, and also with a little bit of pieces about like Aboriginal social issues that go on. So let me talk about some of the songs I like. We start off this album with announcing the journey, which is sang by this person I'm not going to be able to pronounce, Glenn Gurwin. He pretty much just sings. He sings in the beginning, and it really starts you off, and I love the sound of it. I love the fact that once again you're kicking off with the language that's being spoken, and it's not just and then you kind of go into the next song, which is Survive, featuring Uncle Jack Charles. This one is really good. It has intense production, and it pretty much just talks about the survival of the Aboriginal culture, and just the culture, the people, the way of living, and kind of how just like as things go on, and being the one of the oldest like people, being the space where just like even then we still survive, we're still going. A lot of hits has hit us, but we're still going, kind of thing. I love that. The part that I really want to talk about is when Uncle Jack Charles comes in, and he says, my survival ability now to rest on the fact that I have to share that journey of surviving, share it with those who are still struggling, trying to survive, and against the enormous odds of the vicious cycle, the merry-go-round of prisoners in and out of prison, the perpetual journey of going from one addiction to another. That's kind of looking at all the directions of the Aboriginal culture and the Aboriginal people, that just like, it's the way that I like to explain it to Americans is it's the same way of saying like it's African Americans were just like, to this day, there's still systematic things are placed just to keep us from, or just keep Black people from keeping from getting what we need to go where we need to be, to get jobs, to get housing, and all these things. It's just like there's still a heavy tone of racism, and just seeing Black people as less, and so like that. And I feel like it's the same mirror to Aboriginal culture, and Aboriginal people being treated by white Australians, and just how the system is just formed just to keep us down in that direction. But even then we survive. And so I think what he's saying is that with my survival, I'm passing it on to other people to understand how to survive, what to look for, what to go for, and how to break that habit of addiction to because of the way that we've been treated, and from going in and out of jails for no reason of there's yeah, pretty much. But all that kind of feeling that coming from that person I really love. Going into the next song, which is My Mind featuring G Flip. This one has a nice little top-down kind of California feel. This is the first time I actually get the idea that I think he really likes the, I can't remember their names, Zapp and Roger kind of sound with the whole, like, voice box and the kind of just song that you just can't help but get into, like, some car with hydraulics and down the fucking, like, street and everything. I feel like this is one of those songs that gives you that kind of feel. I really like this song. I'm surprised that G Flip is on this, but I love the fact that she's on it. I feel like it's perfect with the chorus. Speaking of chorus and speaking of perfect feature, we go into the next one with it's called Ride with Yirrmal, and Yirrmal is so, oh my god, his voice, his face. I think I have like a low key crush on him, but his voice is insane. And he featured like more than once in this album, and he just everything he touches it's just fucking butter. But this song pretty much talks about the idea just like kind of it's just dancing and everything and having a good time, and I love the horns with a didgeridoo kind of coming in and out with it. I just think that's so great. There's a translation to the chorus, which I know that a lot of the parts is in different language, but is in his language. But I could break it down for you. Pretty much is saying, hey you all hear that music coming out. I gotta go there to go down with my people. Pretty much want to dance with his people and dance and have a good time. Most of this album kind of leans in that direction. Going to the next one, which is Butterfly. This one is pretty much just loving the taste of his love interest it's pretty much that. I really love the production. The production, I don't know what the beat is, something I feel like I've heard before, but not in the same time something I never heard before at the same time. It's like a weird space between, I don't know, I just love the sound. It's a really good song. There's a part where he goes, ooh, don't keep me waiting. That I think it's Bigger Boy singing. There's no other credit saying anybody else is singing in this track. But if that's him, oh my god. I didn't know you had that vocal, like, range. Like, I definitely want to hear more now. Like, I definitely think he can be a rapper singer kind of thing. If he can hit that, he can definitely hit a lot more stuff too. But anyways, then going into the first single to this album, which was Cool as Hell, and this one is really nice. I like the smooth sound of it. I like the kind of R&B feel to it. I love the kind of piece where it goes, Medicup, and I feel like that piece it's pretty much expressing like affection. It's what it kind of means. But I love it kind of comes in and out of the little like undertow of the song, and I love just the sound of the song is a complete vibe, and I love it. I actually might add it to one of my playlists. I don't know why it's not on one of my playlists I was thinking of. Going to the next one I really like, or the next one I really like. I like Move, but it kind of felt like it stayed in one space. It kind of felt like it was very like this compared to all the other songs that had a lot of range to it. Headphones featuring Lara Andallo. This one is a really good one. I love this one. I really relate to this one because it's pretty much talking about how using music to cope with your hard day at work, and knowing that sometimes the situation that you're in, like that you're working at, sucks, but you go home and you listen to like music and it kind of takes you away. And I think that's kind of what he talks about. One line I really like, he says, it takes some time to realize that this 9 to 5 ain't nothing more than a screen and a seat. And all the stress, I leave it at the desk, bump my headphones loud just to clear my head. I love that. I love it. I relate to that very, very hard. Going into the next one, which is a very surprise. I was so surprised with the sound. So you come in immediately. This one is Somewhere Deep with Yirrmal again. This one talks about this one has like immediate like tropical sound to it, and I was like, what? What is this? And it's completely, it makes no sense to, like, I should say that's not true. It's completely different production to the other songs, but I like how that completely surprised me. I really loved it. This one actually talks about climate change and pretty much the idea of how we need to change and make sure that we're treating Mother Earth right. I love the part he says, we could build a future where where we're not polluting in the air, slowly healing like every year. Mother Nature's skin is clear, but they want minerals, thoughts of futural minimal. I love that. I love when Yirrmal come in and he's like, the ocean's rising, everything's deep, everywhere, somewhere deep, she's heating up, pretty much talking about the way that the climate change is pretty much heating up the ocean, and it makes it rise because of the ice in the north pretty much melting and everything. So we all know, well, if you don't know it, you do now, and if you do already know it, then good. So yeah, but I really like this song. I love the production. It's a very surprising kind of contrast to talking about climate change, but yet at the same time it's like a nice little like island kind of sound to it. Funk With Us is very, very, very Zapp and Roger production. It even has the talk box in it, and I really, really love it. It just feels it just feels really nice. I love the song. It's plain and simple. It's a great song. Meditjin featuring Jessie B. I never heard of Jessie B in my life, and Jessie B came in through this, and since then I've been pretty much kind of stalking her to see what else is happening with her. I love her verse. Her verse fucking is amazing. The part where she goes, "The queen is in the building. You better come correct if you're knocking on at the kingdom." I don't know why, but it just the way that I'm saying it's probably doesn't even, it's like, oh, that doesn't really hit hard. But the way that she says it after her sick fucking verse is insane. I love the production. I love the song a lot. It's pretty much just talking about the music is the medicine, or the Meditjin. I really love it. And then finally, another one I like is Ain't Nobody Like You featuring Jeremy Farah. This one I didn't star because I felt like there was parts where it didn't really bring as hard as I wanted it to, but I did like the topic of kind of being who you want to be, and no matter what other people think, and kind of going for what you feel, you know. But yeah, and then the last song is pretty much MYWD, which is Make You Wanna Dance, and this one is pretty much just talking about wanna dance. I love the idea that this album ends with a dancing track, because I feel like that's the whole purpose of this album pretty much, is to get you on your feet and moving and feeling good kind of thing. I feel like that was the goal. I give this album a 9 out of 10, just because there was, with the 9 out of 10 on the thought of there's a couple of songs that I wasn't really feeling, but I already talked about. But majority of songs I really, really liked. I think this is a great kickoff and a great debut to him, and I'm really excited to see what else he's going to do from this. Leave a comment below, tell me what you thought. If you like this album, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. If you have any kind of fun facts with this, let me know too. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell too. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next video.